welcome. This is my weekly and nightly practice. I practice more than this, but this is the official 1 hour of my practicing. And I just landed back in Denmark from my tour in Germany yesterday, very late at night, and I should be more tired than I'm actually feel. I feel kind of fresh, so that's really nice. But we had such a long drive, and it was way longer than it should have been. So there were some traffic problems and some road maintenance. So it should have been like a 9 hour drive down there to Geldern and 9 hour back, but it ended up taking 12 hours each way. So that was a lot of driving. I did well. Yeah, so we drove a lot, but we had a great concert. It was at the Tolkien Tage in Germany, and a lot of the Ring Festival, lots of people that were very dedicated to the music of the Lord of the Rings. So and you could like feel this kind of great hype about us, and like people were so supportive. So one of the very best audience I've experienced for a long time. So that was really nice. People were all dressed up, and yeah, such a fun experience, really. So, but today I'm going to practice on my Hotel California once again, because it's now been decided that me and Søren Madsen, the guitarist, are gonna record this in just less than a month. And we live quite far away from each other, so we don't practice as much as we would like to. So I need to be just like 80-90% clear now, and then we have like one practice before, and then we're gonna record this Hotel California. We're gonna record also House of the Rising Sun and Over the Rainbow also. So just some different, but it's a really nice arrangement we have of that. So I'm gonna practice up for this. And basically the solo part is the most important one, but I'm just gonna go through it to like get in touch with my instrument and gonna get warm, as you could say, warming up. So just have to tune. Yes, that's true. His solo version is really good, and if you know the solo version of his, he has this quite long intro before it starts, and he's gonna keep that. He's gonna play that, and then we start together, and then I'm gonna have my shine, if you could say that, in the last guitar solo. So I think it's gonna be such a great arrangement. I'm so looking forward to it. I know it's not gonna beat Nothing Else Matters, but maybe it's gonna get close. And thank you so much. Yeah. So he's gonna like start with this this guitar solo intro, and then oh, that's difficult for me to yeah, you know the riff when it starts, and then I'm gonna jump in when it's actually the verse, the singing verse. already now I'm not really sure that I'm doing the right thing, so just gonna cheat. Gonna play together with the original. Really, it's such a hard time sometimes to do these practices when I'm actually needing I'm needing the guitar to get the feeling. So let me just, here it is. And for those of you who want to know, it's in the original key, which makes it so much easier to practice with the original. Oh, it's still going. So that was correct. No. Okay. B minor. Oh yeah, it's because in it is B minor, and the reason that I'm stumbling is because just to make it confusing, in Denmark, what the B minor is actually, or the B is actually, we call it an H. So we have A and then we have, so H is the same as B. So we call only B, we call that for B flat. So, but yeah, H minor or B minor. Just. Okay, so that's what we're gonna do. We are It's a long song, so we're just gonna do 3 verses actually, and then two. Oh no, one, two. No, you go. You don't call it verse. I think you call it. What do you call that? You have the chorus, and then you have. Oh, could you help me? So not the chorus, but the other thing. Um, refrain. No, it's like when you okay, let me just Google Translate. Let me see. So no, you call it a verse actually. So that was it's called a vers in Danish, and so verse. So we have 2 verses, and then we have a chorus, and then we have 1 verse again, and then a chorus. And then the 4th verse is gonna be Søren playing solo melody, and then I'm gonna jump in, and then the solo starts. So it's not gonna be as long as the original. Yeah, the chorus, verse, and bridge. Oh yeah, yeah, I do that too sometimes. Actually, I had like one time to this concert. I was this concert I just played. We were playing I See Fire, and I mixed it up totally. So I jumped in when I felt that it was needed, and I think it suited it well. So no one noticed, no one said anything. Just fake it till you make it sometimes, and wave and smile. Okay. So, but the reason we are cutting it down, it's not only because that we don't want it to be long, but it's when you don't have the words with it, we think that as musicians we should like just cut it a bit down, because too many repetitions without any differences or any words could be a bit boring. So we don't want that. Yeah. Yeah, when you hear it too much, it's like, okay, get on. And if I were to play this solo, I would do it completely different, because already now I I'm getting caught in, actually I'm bored myself, which is not a good thing, because the musician should always be the one that thinks it's most interesting, I think, because if you as a musician are bored, then I think you can hear it in your sound, or like feel the vibe somehow. So but it's not easy always to keep up the tension of thinking yourself that you're really interesting, and especially when I'm out playing background music, I really have to like keep myself together to even though if I'm kind of tired and I'm like, okay, I'm just playing to play, you can immediately like feel the vibe around me, or the atmosphere, that it's not um, that I'm bored, and that's not a good thing, because then people can sense that, I think. And as soon as you think, okay, this is interesting, I'm kind of feeling it, then it's like it's attracting the energy, I think, around people. Or maybe I'm just putting so much in it. I don't know. Um, but the reason that I'm cool with being a bit bored now is that I know I'm gonna play this together with another musician, and that makes the difference. So also playing Nothing Else Matters solo is also quite boring, must say. But it just, when it's together, it makes so much sense. So yeah, I'll just jump to the solo now, I guess. What's he doing? I'm trying to get as close as the guitar sound and the glides and the slides. There is a lot of stuff going on. It's so cool, but I guess I need to write it down. I need to remember that he does something here, and this one he slides down. Just Hmm. How's the temperature at your places? It's it's quite hot in Denmark right now, so but it was so much wilder in Germany. It was 34 degrees and no wind at all. So and the backstage area was in a tent, so like just before the show putting makeup on was like I was like this I was sweating so much that it was just dripping off instead. So and you know we had these big dresses on, so yeah, it's nice to be in Denmark then. It's 25 degrees or something like that. 20 degrees, perfect. You can think, you can you can be yourself, not be grumpy. Mm. Mm. 27 degrees, and I guess you're writing it in Celsius. I don't know if I think you're using Fahrenheit, isn't that true? We're in Celsius here in the north. Mm. Okay, that's the start. Let me see. Hmm. Okay, you lived in China for 7 years. Was that work or study or something like that? And also Germany? Sounds interesting. Of all the places in the world. It sounds really interesting, teaching English in China and get to travel a lot. That sounds nice. I've never been to any Asian countries, but I would love to go there someday. But maybe it will happen one day when I get invited to play concert there. Um, right now, I don't have any contacts or anything like that. I maybe some, but it's sometimes it's network or it's a combination. Network, hardworking, being out there, being friendly, being talking to people, and just be easy to cooperate with. Um, yeah. Um, actually, I need to. Some of the best foods. Actually, I have some friends that is from China, and they invited for a dinner sometime. Just no, there wasn't even a dinner. I think it was lunch, and I just thought, lunch in Denmark is like, it's not that it's bad. We have those famous open sandwich, or I don't know. We would make a salad, some bread, or something like that. But they were like putting up, I think 10, 12 dishes. And I was like, no, that's no problem. We would like to do that, and it was so delicious. So I know what you are. I think I know what you're talking about, even though I haven't been there. And I also kind of think that China is not just China. You would have very different cuisine, different places there. Um, but actually, I'm like, I would think that it would be awesome to go there, but I'm also kind of, I wouldn't say worried, but traveling with my violin is something that I have to think a bit more about than just taking it on board. And it's just because that I have a very old violin, and it needs to yeah, needs to be checked in properly, and I need to make like really sure that it's not gonna get quarantined, because it's when it's old, it also has some kind of different kind of woods that we maybe well, or it's, I don't know. I remember that when I wanted to go to the United States with my violin, I needed to declare lots of things, and I think it's holding me back to travel with my violin more, and it's a pity, but and maybe I just need to like relax a bit. A good travel violin, yeah. While you wouldn't cry your eyes out if it was in quarantine. I actually have a violin that I'm using for gigs that are too dangerous for my violin. I used it for, I was attending Eurovision some years ago, just the Danish one, and they had like fire burning up and on the stage, and like fire and smoke and different like holes in the floor where there were lights, and I was, yeah, I brought the 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 bad violin over, you could say, but yeah, just in those cases. I kind of competed, or I was um, I was attending one of the computer or no, what do you call it? One of the contesters, or what you say. Um, you could actually look it up, I guess. It's a song called "Who Needs a Heart." Um, and in unfortunately in the original the song that is on Spotify, I'm not playing there, but it was already recorded when the show called me if I could play on stage, and then I recorded the live version that they showed. So it was my playing, you could say, even though I didn't actually have a microphone on stage, so it was myself, but it was playback. I'm not really sure if I'm allowed to say that, but just keep it between us. Um, but the singing was live, all live, so no difference there. And it's not a secret. You can see that I'm not wearing a microphone. So if you know, you know. That's great. If you would like, I can show you I can see if I can find the video actually. Could be fun to share. If it's still there, or maybe you can just like, who needs a heart? Oh, I'm procrastinating right now. Yeah, it's the first thing that comes up when you search for who needs a heart. It was fun being there, but and but still it was yeah, I'm in the fun thumbnail, that's true, together with the singer. I thought it was really fun, but mostly not necessarily because of the music, but because we haven't played before together. But it was so fun to be a part of this whole scene, and you know, so many people watching, and the energy from that, and also it's gonna be live broadcasted, and I was kind of I was curious to see if I was gonna be nervous, and actually I was not nervous at all. I was just so excited I could just like, I don't know, run a marathon afterwards. Such an adrenaline experience, actually. Really fun. So, yeah. Okay, gonna try playing together with the guitar a couple of times now in normal tempo, because one thing is to play the notes, but the other thing is to get it inside your mind and body and violin. Need to vibe with it some things. And yes, it was called Who Needs a Heart. Ooh. Panicking. Yes, together with Crystal. Leesburg. Okay, so so he does something like, I don't know how he does it but it's a technique, and everything. No, doesn't work. Oh, that could be cool. He's not up there, but I played the violin, so I can get up there. That could be quite cool. Yeah. You love those slurs. Yeah, what could I call those? I think that would be like a glissando. if that's what you're talking about, the slur, like where I slide on the violin. Or maybe you're talking about the, like where I do a lot of ripato on one note. But I'm kind of not sure what to play here. No. Let's see if I do a play on half the tempo. I should be able to figure it out. The low pitched note where I'm sliding into a note. Yeah, I'm not. Maybe it has a name. I'm not sure, but it's great, and it also feels really really great when I play those notes. I get what you mean. Let me just see here. Here comes the Vivaldi or something like that. Perhaps I'm sliding out of a note. That could be true. I must admit, I'm not really sure what it is, but I'm getting kind of. I think I would ask Søren now to like send me his version so I can play together with this kind of version, because my confidence is kind of slipping away. That's not good. I know that the solo is gonna be great, but I just yeah, sometimes you have an idea of how a music project is gonna go, And as soon as you start practicing, you can kind of feel you're sure where the flaws are, or the flaws, like the things that you're unsure about. And if I were to practice with him like twice a month or something like that, that would be, or once a week, that would be great. But we don't have that luxury, so sometimes we send music files to each other, just us or not just playing it through, and then we play together with that. Almost like Corona times. I think that's gonna work. Mm-hmm. So from what I can hear, I need to be on basically the same string, so just working upwards instead of changing to a lighter string to be able to play it. So instead of that's too bright in sense of copycatting the guitar solo, so that instead of such a difference. So might be. actually on purpose I am doing fingerings that are not suitable for this piece. If I was supposed to play it in Mozart style, but it's not Mozart, so I'm gonna like usually you wouldn't do this what I'm doing, but I'm like that. And then I would slide down with my first finger. So because you can sometimes, if I were to play it correctly, I would, and then I would, because I have like 3 fast notes after each other. Well, I'm talking today. I guess I'm tired. So 3 fast notes after each other. So I would normally always keep the tight notes together. So I'm kind of like, I have 1 grip, fast notes, 1 grip, fast note. So, but here it would actually be it would be nice to have this kind of out of tune sound. So I'm not like getting really comfortable, but that's on purpose. Instead of yeah, it's gonna be fun to play, I'm so sure. We're gonna 5 minutes left. Let me just play through and then time flies. That's nice. And then once more. So obviously I need to practice that more. So I guess that's gonna be a part 4, I think. Yeah. So yeah, so out of tune on purpose is very much allowed. As long as you're controlling as long as it's on purpose, as long as you're having fun, and it's not because you're having practice or anything like that. So, but I think I'm gonna do about 4 because again, less than a month. I think it's the 10th of July. We're going to one of the small islands in Denmark called Ærø, and we're gonna record and we're gonna play a concert for some audience there. And it's not gonna be a live recording. We're just combining it. So one day recording, one day concert. And yeah, let me just now I have to check. I have so many stuff in my calendar right now. Yeah, so we are yeah, we're traveling there the 10th, so that's when we are gonna record it. And I will be I'll make sure to, do some more shorts, and some the process getting there and setting it up and be more present there. Could be fun to show you. So I'm practicing the muscle of social media, and it's getting better. So I will make sure to do some videos from that from this session. But thank you for your time again. Thank you for being here with me and keeping me company. And yeah, just have a very nice week. I'm gonna have a very nice sleep tonight, and I don't have any plans for tomorrow, so just gonna relax. That's gonna be nice. So, but thank you so much, and